Welcome, everyone. Here is the number one F word in language learning. What does fluency mean to you? We tend to think it's about speaking fast, without pausing or mistakes. While having less hesitation or repetition can be part of it, fluency is more about a natural flow and rhythm. In another word, fluency is more about speaking with low effort and high confidence. A fluent speaker communicates effectively without trying too hard, and they can get their messages across without being perfect. Can you fix fluency fast? Or is it going to take years? We can absolutely fix fluency fast. That's exactly what we are talking about today. But before that, we'll uncover the top 4 misunderstandings language learners have about fluency. Then we'll look at 2 most common fluency problems that I come across a lot as a language teacher and communication coach. In the end, we will share some simple strategies you can use to fix fluency problems and speak confidently. Fluency isn't what you think. These 4 common myths are keeping smart and capable speakers stuck. First up, if you're trying to sound like a native speaker, you might be hurting your fluency without realizing it. You don't need to sound like a native speaker. In fact, trying to mimic someone else's accent can actually slow you down in terms of fluency. Here's the truth. Sounding native is not the goal. Being understood, building trust, and communicating confidently, that's the goal. Accent is our identity. You can have an accent and be fluent, like me. You can speak with clarity without copying someone else's voice. Think about it. Even native speakers sound different around the world. British, Aussie, American. So which native speaker are you trying to sound like? Let's change this mindset and start to focus on clear communication, your pronunciation, your natural rhythm, and the message itself. Myth number 2. I must speak with perfect grammar and pronunciation. I see this all the time. Speakers get stuck mid-sentence, trying to remember if it's a mistake or an mistake, and boom, fluency disappears. Here's the truth. Communication is about connection, not perfection. It's not our fault to think this way. We've all been given language lessons that are laser focused on accuracy, not application. So learners got into the habit of trying to make sure everything is right. In fact, even native speakers mess up grammar all the time. I hear them say, there's tons of people. That's technically wrong, but completely normal, and we understand that. What matters is rhythm, clarity, and your ability to keep going even when you make a mistake. If your message is clear, your grammar doesn't need to be 100% perfect. Myth number 3 is a big one. Many learners believe that to sound advanced, they have to speak in long and complicated sentences. But think of great communicators in the world. They are concise, not confusing. President Obama said, "We are the change that we seek." Try to make that sentence long and complicated. It won't be as powerful for sure. Real fluency means you can express big ideas in simple and natural ways. Not fancy, just effective and to the point. In fact, overcomplicating your sentences can slow you down, increase mistakes, and lose your listeners' attention. Fluency is about speaking clearly so others understand you easily. Let's aim for short, simple, clear to build up the confidence And then, through consistent practice, we will naturally start to incorporate more complex structures smoothly. Please note, if you need band 7, 8, or 9 in IELTS, you need good, proficient, to expert use of complex structures. That's a separate discussion. The last myth is constantly playing with your mind. Ever heard someone say, "Sorry, what was that?" And you immediately think, "My English is terrible." Let's break that myth. Communication is a two-way street. Misunderstandings happen between native speakers every day. That's why we have phrases such as, "I beg your pardon," "I'm sorry, I didn't get that." Fluency isn't about never getting misunderstood. It's about how you handle it. So don't let one moment of confusion define your ability. And most importantly, don't doubt yourself just because you or someone need to repeat or explain something. Clarifying and paraphrasing are not only perfectly normal, they're also very powerful communication skills. The most fluent speakers recover quickly. That's what makes them effective. So, to become fluent, we need to stop blaming and judging ourselves and pick up the tools that can help us to get the conversations back on track. Right. We're not here only for myth busting. We're here to fix fluency. There are two most common problems I come across while teaching and researching over the years. First one, you've got ideas and you can talk continuously, but people still struggle to follow you and you don't sound fluent. Here's the truth. It's not your grammar or vocabulary. It's how you organize your thoughts and words. If your words rush out randomly all at once, it will be like a verbal vomit. You won't sound fluent. For example, tell me about yourself. Okay, so I'm from Vietnam and I used to work in accounting. And I also helped in HR sometimes. And now I'm in Australia and I'm doing a course. I want to work here, but I also want to study a bit more. See, I haven't made up my mind. It's not wrong, but it's too much. And the message gets lost. Here's a simple fix to that problem: framework, which is simple speaking structure that keep you clear and confident. Tell me about yourself. I worked as an accountant in Vietnam. Right now, I'm learning about Australian tax. In the future, I'd like to work in a local firm. That's the past, present, future framework. You sound concise and logical, therefore a lot more fluent. Problem 2 is quite the opposite. You are good at reading and writing, but you don't sound fluent when you speak, and you struggle to find things to say. It's, again, how you organize your thoughts, especially for my overthinkers. Overthinkers have low confidence because they think they don't have the ideas. In fact, they have lots of ideas, but they filter so hard, almost nothing comes out in the end. So I call this problem filter freeze. For example, tell me about yourself. I'm from Vietnam. I used to work in accounting. Now I'm learning English. Yeah. Here's the fix. Again, use framework, but let's use a different one this time. Tell me about yourself. I'm Lin, originally from Vietnam. I'm studying IT and working part-time as tech support. I'm aiming to become a cybersecurity analyst because I enjoy solving problems and keeping systems safe. That's the who, what, why framework. Clean, fluent, and effective. What's not to love? Guess what? Some people just don't like frameworks. I got asked this the other day. Apart from frameworks, anything else I can use to fix my fluency? Absolutely. Fluency goes hand in hand with coherence. Coherence means your ideas are connected and easy to follow. If your ideas are scattered and broken, you will not sound fluent. A simple fix would be using cohesive devices. For example, how was your Sunday? I had brekkie with my friend. I practiced yoga. The shops were busy when I went there. I had to cook for my family. We had a fantastic dinner. I was exhausted. Now let's get fluent and more coherent by using a few simple cohesive devices. How was your Sunday? As a starter, I met with friends for brekkie. After that, I had a yoga class. Later that day, I went to the shops as I planned to cook for my family. In the end, we had a fantastic dinner at home. All in all, it was a fun day, although I was exhausted. See how linking words help people follow and understand you and help you sound very fluent and smooth. I've put together a cheat sheet including 12 groups of common and useful cohesive devices. Drop me an email and I'll send it to you. If you would like to discuss other ways of improving fluency and explore how to best practice and progress quickly, reach out for a chat. Now let's get to Q&A. I hope you find this video helpful. Please leave a comment and let me know what you think is most challenging when it comes to language or communication, and I would love to help you with that. Visit the website for free download of the slides. I'll keep bringing you tips and strategies, all things language learning, communication, and IELTS. So don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching.